Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Show and Entertainment, where we always keep you updated on all WWE news, rumors, and breaking developments. Tonight, I wish this was a different type of story. We have a very sad late night update involving the Game Triple H. According to rumors and speculation online, some confirm that his family has issued an emergency notice within the past hour. Again, according to speculation online. Remember to hype up this video, like the video, and leave your comments, your opinions below. This is developing, emotional, and deeply concerning. So let's get right into what we know at this stage of the game. No pun intended. But first of all, we got controversy popping up all over the place, guys. Controversies can pop up all over the pro wrestling world, and they're certainly not limited just to WWE and AEW. The wrestling scene has seen a lot of interesting characters, and a few of those stories have been quite scandalous. This one that I'm about to give you is no different, as we're just waiting for more rumors and news to come in about the Game Triple H. We're going to get into this a little bit further on in the video. The Ringside Rivalries podcast recently featured an interview that they aren't backing down from, but it still caused a lot of trouble. Indie wrestler Bull Bronson was their guest, and the line of questioning was quite out of line the way he saw things. His wife agreed, and this caused a lot of issues for him at home. Bull Bronson jumped on Facebook to address podcast appearance. He stated that the questions that he was asked were not okay and they were quite sexual in nature. After the fact, he realized that he should have just hung up the call to end things, but he kept going. Now he's speaking out about what happened. I did a podcast with these two girls, mother-daughter combo. You probably know who I'm talking about. Before the podcast, I told them that they can keep their sexual comments off the air because I'm a married man. And people know me and my wife are having problems. That's not the point. I told her that I was married, and I didn't want her talking to me like that. And then she went on there and talked to me just disrespectful and perverted and gross the whole time. She went to say it's just a character, but she was belligerent about the references in the she said to me. I should have told her to off and hang up the interview, but I stayed professional and placated and F it, just trying to do business, but it wasn't business. F it, it was a straight-up sexual harassment. Bull Bronson went on to say that my wife watched it and she politely contacted her, asked her to take it down. My wife didn't say anything bad to her where she said she felt disrespected. The response she got was BS. In a separate post, Bull Bronson also stated, if a man spoke to a woman wrestler that way, and guys, if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, we're going to bring you really up to speed. It's about a podcast. It's about controversy. It's about conflict. If a man spoke to a woman wrestler the way I was spoken to, after asking her not to talk like that numerous times, the man would be accused of sexual harassment. Should I have stopped her and quit the call? Yes, but I was uncomfortable and trying to keep professional with Tori, who, by the way, was very professional, also tried to keep her mom and also tried to get her mom to stop numerous times. Before I went onto the podcast and when we went live, I asked her not to speak like that because I'm married, and she refused. I should have held my ground, and I didn't. I'll regret that forever. That being said, the Sloans are no longer welcome to Mayhem Pro or any other show I'm on, whether the promoter likes it or not. I will not be friendly or professional from here on out. Someone commented on to say, sadly, not the first time they've done BS to good people, but was stated before me, you deserve better. But as was stated before me, others have reached out to support Bronson during this time. However, there are two sides to the story. Tori Salone of the Ringside Rivalries podcast, who is the daughter in the duo, responded to controversy on Facebook Live. She said she didn't show any remorse at all for the podcast going the way it went. In fact, it seems like she had a great time upsetting Bull Bronson and his wife. I am sick and tired of people pushing me off like this. I know that you have seen the video from Bull Bronson where he talked about during the podcast with us. Carnage Chronicles on Monday on Ringside Rivalries, and he is going out about the disrespect. I don't know what the F this is that is all about. You come on willing to talk to me, and I sent you the link. I have screenshots galore, and I will be releasing those because of the fact that you sent a message talking about, oh yeah, me and Brian need to come out and kick it with y'all. If it all goes well, I'm moved out by the end of the year. Things aren't going well with me and my wife, you know. All things go well, and you should be out, or you should be very happy here. She went on to say that Bull Bronson seemed fine with the topics of the previous podcast where they were very edgy. It was also compromised. It was also complained that screenshots will be released to back up the story. She claims that these screenshots will prove that Bull Bronson knew about the flirtatious nature of the show, and he also liked what they brought to the table. Veronica chimed in while the background to the proclaimed that wives got mad at her on a daily basis. To that, Tori confirmed that as she wrapped up her video. You're getting mad about a comment. When do you realize how many people message Veronica? Her mother messaged us. You're not the only one. She's not the only one who's got mad at us or peed off. Tori went on to reiterate that the Interview was kayfabe, and now Bo Bronson's attacking her mother, Veronica. The podcast was taken down out of respect for Bronson's wife, but that doesn't seem that the controversy is over yet. These two sides certainly don't seem happy with each other. Now, is this all part of an angle, a storyline? What is going on, viewers, fans, and subscribers? Sounds like a couple of ring rats, some would say in the comment section. Is that exactly what is going on at this stage of the game? Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are receiving word at this time that Tony Khan and AEW considering removal of AEW. What is going on there? According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time and at this hour, Tony Khan considering removal of pay-per-view from AEW's 2026 schedule. Yes, you heard that right, viewers. Lacey Lane defends her viral TikToks after WWE fans say she had no personality. Do you believe that Lacey Lane had no personality? Also, new Hardy Boys WWE plans confirmed according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. Let's get right into that story right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into that story right now. It seems like we have not seen the last of Matt and Jeff Hardy, the Hardy Boys, in the WWE. As a matter of fact, they could be going into the WWE Hall of Fame when all is set and done. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Also, do you think Matt and Jeff Hardy deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? And do you think that that is their rightful place and that they have earned and deserve that at this stage of the game? Or should they wait till they are fully retired to enter the hallowed halls of the WWE Hall of Fame? Your thoughts, your comments, your reactions, and your feedback on Matt and Jeff, the Hardy Boys, who have been both former world champions in their own rights. Lacey Lane claims WWE set her and Katana up to fail. Now, I thought that was a promising team. I felt they had a great future in the WWE, but for one reason or another, the bottom ultimately felt out for that duo and that team. And again, I thought they had a lot of promise, a lot of prestige. While Shelton Benjamin's botched superkick finish fell apart on AEW Dynamite is being leaked and revealed online right now, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters. Tony Khan reveals immediate plans for AEW National Championship after Full Gear. And as you can see, we are fully locked and loaded on this show. Tony Khan's AEW Full Gear media call highlights for November the 20th, 2025. Thunder Rosa provides an update on wrestling future amidst her absence. And Isla Dame flaunts WWE NXT backstab in prettiest way possible with a Twitter profile overhaul. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers are going to jump right into this Triple H update. Early reports from Backstage, rumors among staff spreading quickly about the game Triple H. People stopping mid-conversation. Emotional reactions are beginning about the game Triple H. Multiple talents visibly shaken. The Backstage concern spreads. Security and production staff moving unusually quickly. Rehearsals pause. Sources describe a quiet panic. Veteran wrestlers checking their phones constantly. Triple H's position and power making this heavier than usual. Certain stars reportedly stepping aside. Words like emergency, statement, and family being whispered backstage. Agents asking talent to stay calm. Real-life seriousness overtaking the usual WWE energy at this stage of the game. No confirmed reason for the emergency, why fans should be cautious with misinformation. Triple H's massive role, creative, corporate, and locker room anchor. Why WWE cannot run smoothly without him. The impact of Raw, SmackDown storylines moving forward, and as we especially go into WrestleMania season. WWE preparing statements, possible schedule changes, talent being asked to stay available, online reaction, fans worried, hashtags trending, what insiders expect in the next 24 hours. We will continue to obviously monitor this heartbreaking story as it concerns the game, Triple H, the situation, the family. Drop a super thanks if you appreciate the updates. Make sure to subscribe and stay locked in. My thoughts are with Triple H, his family, everyone that may be affected by whatever is going on behind the scenes. Yeah, as you always know here on Sean View, tell you to stay safe and take care, because if Sean View Entertainment is here, you know that we will give you the most promising, the most significant, the most exclusive, the most dynamic news, because when you're in the know, you know that Sean's View Entertainment will always come walking that line, because we don't just tell you it. We don't just talk it out. We don't just hash it out. We go over the edge, because it is the unapologetic, brash, and brazen. And again, This all is concerning over the WWE Creative Adjustments, online fan reactions, growing concern backstage occur, and what we know about the situation. Officials pausing rehearsals, backstage emotional reaction. Very sad Triple H emergency report. Now, the last big emergency with the game was his heart, was his health, was the concern for the game himself. Now, we know that Triple H will probably never wrestle again. Triple H will never step foot in a ring again. However, there have been scenarios, there have been storylines, there have been plots played out where it would appear that if it looked as if Triple H would mix it up and Triple H would get volatile, Triple H would get, to a point where, push comes to shove comes to push. But be that as of May, we've seen Kevin Owens get into a little bit of a thing with him, but Kevin Owens, as we all know right now, is sidelined and not good for him if you ask Showing View Entertainment. Also, coming in here, WWE announces new European tour date before Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Also, Carmelo Hayes and Kalani Jordan announce wedding timeline. Also, NXT bound, viewers. Danny Salinski sets sight on championship gold and dream opponents. Yes, Danny Salinski set sights on championship gold. He did it for The Rock. Rikishi's heel turn still misunderstood some 25 years later. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that, because this is where we are at. And again, it was a rumor before, but now it's all but confirmed. Nick Hogan addresses potential wrestling career. And again, some say, well, if he does start a wrestling career, and again, we brought this up a little bit earlier, but now it's all but confirmed. Would Nick Hogan go to NXT? Would he go to TNA? Would he start small and go big? Or would he be hot-shotted to the main event of the WWE if he were to come to the WWE? And would he have the original Hulk Hogan vibes of hulking up and saying your prayers, taking your vitamins, and drinking your milk? What direction, what way would Nick Hogan go in at the end of the day? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. Also, we are receiving word that Bianca Belair, ladies and gentlemen, we're hearing about new contracts, what's going on with Bianca Belair. What is Bianca Belair's future in the WWE? And what's this contract talk here going on? What's this controversy? And some people are concerned and some people are questioning what is going on with Bianca Belair. Now, we have not seen her in several months due to an injury she sustained. I think it was either at WrestleMania or SummerSlam, one of the two. I think it was SummerSlam, viewers, to her hand, to her fingers, and it was an injury it's one of those injuries that's going to keep you sidelined for a very long time. And Bianca Belair has signed with CAA as WWE return looms after her injury layoff. And again, there has been a lot of people that are complaining and that are worried and that are questioning Bianca Belair and her future in World Wrestling Entertainment. But the plan is, the hope is that Bianca Belair will be back in time for WrestleMania next year for 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, in the main event, Cody Rhodes is revealing how WWE legends like Triple H and Paul Heyman shape his mindset backstage. And Cody Rhodes reveals lesson that John Cena taught him about connecting with the WWE fans. Because if there's anyone that knows about the connection, if anyone knows about the polarizing response, if anybody knows about the reaction, it would be John Cena. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to subscribe, click the bell, become a channel member today, because without you, there is no Showing View. None of this is possible. None of this is probable without each and every one of you who always come walking that line, expressing your opinions. Remember to take this video and share it all over social media. Share with your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles. Tell everyone you know that Showing View will always be here, and it will always be in stereo. Subscribe.